सम्पूर्ण पत्रकार साथीहरूलाई हार्दिक स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। अहिले हामीसँग यो अखिल नेपाल फुटबल सङ्घको प्रतियोगिता तयारी समितिको संयोजक तथा अखिल नेपाल फुटबल सङ्घका कार्य समिति सदस्य मनिषजी हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँलाई पनि म यस मञ्चमा आसन गर्नको लागि अनुरोध गर्दछु। त्यस्तै हामीसँग हाम्रो हेड कोच म्याथ्यू बेरिरस जो उहाँको फुल नेम छ र उहाँलाई पनि म हियर विथ अस आवर नेसनल कोच म्याथ्रोज वेलकम एन्ड प्लिज बी सिटेड, उहाँलाई पनि म स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। त्यस्तै हाम्रो टेक्निकल डाइरेक्टर हरिजी पनि हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँलाई पनि म आसन गर्नको लागि अनुरोध गर्दछु। र अन्य विषयहरूमा अब हामीले पनि नीतिगत कुराहरूको म क्लियर गर्नेछु भने केही टेक्निकल विषयहरू जो कोचसँग जोडिएको विषयहरू छ त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो कोचले क्लियर गर्नुहुनेछ। र धेरै विषयहरूमा अगाडि जानुभन्दा पनि म अब फ्लोर ओपन भएकै म जानकारी गर्न चाहन्छु। ए सरी, मैले त्यो कुराहरू अलिकति जानकारी गराउन छुटेछ। खास चाहिँ हामीसँग यो अखिल नेपाल फुटबल सङ्घले जुन सूचना निकालेका थियौँ, सूचना पश्चात हामीसँग 400 प्लस, जहाँसम्म मलाई लाग्छ 416 जनाको एप्लिकेसन परेको थियो। त्यसमध्येमा हामीले सर्ट लिस्ट 20 जनाको पहिलो सर्ट लिस्ट गऱ्यौँ, त्यस पछाडि फेरि 10 जनाको गऱ्यौँ, त्यस पछाडि फेरि 5 जनाको गऱ्यौँ र 5 पछाडि चाहिँ त्यसको छनौट समितिले छनौट प्रक्रिया अन्तर्गत चाहिँ उहाँसँग बुझ्ने र अन्य सबैसँग हामीले इन्टरभ्यू तथा अन्य प्रक्रियाहरूबाट चाहिँ उहाँलाई अहिले सेलेक्सन गरिसकेका हौँ। क्रमिक भनेको उहाँ बिच र हामी बिचको एउटा सम्झौता हो होइन, त्यसलाई अहिले सार्वजनिक नगरौँ भन्ने नै विषय हो। र कोचको उहाँ पनि एउटा आफ्नो इन्डिभिजुअल विषयहरू भएकोले र अहिले कति कुराहरूमा चाहिँ अहिले नै बाहिर लगिहाल्दाखेरि राम्रो आउँदैन कि भन्ने हिसाबले पनि हो। र समय आएपछि फेरि यो विषयमा यहाँलाई हामी ओपन नै गर्नेछौँ। होइन, अब यसलाई कसरी बुझौँ भन्दाखेरि अब एउटा एफए र एउटा कोच बिचमा चाहिँ एउटा सहमति गरिएको हो होइन, उहाँसँग केही इन्डिभिजुअलहरू अनि प्लिज म यहाँले राम्रो प्रश्न पनि गर्नुभयो, यसको लागि धन्यवाद। विशेष गरी के हो भन्दाखेरि अहिलेसम्म अघिल्लो वर्षहरूमा चाहिँ हामीले कुनै देशसँग सहयोग लिने अथवा नेपाल सरकारले पछिल्लो समयहरूमा चाहिँ सहयोग गरेको पनि छ, तर यो वर्षमा चाहिँ अहिले कोचहरूको विषयमा नेपाल सरकारको हामीलाई कुनै पनि सहयोगहरू छैन। र अहिले उहाँलाई हामीले दिने जति अहिलेसम्मको स्यालेरी लगायत अन्य सुविधाहरू, चाहे होटल होस् चाहे गाडीहरू होस्, त्यो सबै एन्फाको आफ्नै स्रोतबाट गरिने हो। र अहिलेसम्म हामीले अरू कुनै ठाउँहरूसँग अथवा कुनै भेन्डरहरूसँग सम्पर्क भएर उहरू भयो भने भोलि आउने बाटोहरू त होला होइन, तर अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ कुनै पनि त्यस्तो कुनै स्रोतहरू हामीसँग बाहिरबाट छैन। र अहिले चाहिँ हामीले आफ्नै स्रोतबाट चाहिँ उहाँलाई अहिले दिने कुरामा हामी छौँ।
अब हामीले बाहिर सुनेको आधिकारिक तपाईँले बताउनु होला होइन, उहाँले चाहिँ किन पारिश्रमिक काम गर्दै हुन्छ भन्ने पनि सुन्न भएको छ, भोलिन्टियरली काम गर्दै हुन्छ भन्ने पनि सुन्न भएको छ। त्यो कुराको विषयमा
अब अहिले नै मैले यो त भन्न सक्दिनँ होइन, किनभने अब एउटा सेलेक्सन प्रक्रियाबाट आएर सबै आइसकेकोले अवश्य पनि उहाँ भोलिन्टियर हिसाबले मात्रै त सबै होइन, तर उहाँले जुन लेभलको सेलेरीहरू पाउनुपर्ने अथवा जुन अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय मापदण्ड हिसाबले हो त्यो रूपमा नभए पनि अन्य कुराहरूमा चाहिँ भोलिन्टियर हिसाबले पनि उहाँको सहयोग पनि हो। तर त्यसको मतलब चाहिँ भनेको 100% नै भोलिन्टियर हो भन्ने चाहिँ मलाई लाग्दैन। होइन, प्लिज यसलाई यसरी नै नबुझौँ। होइन, अब मैले आफूले आफ्नो लागेको र मसँग भएको जानकारी, मसँग भएको सूचनाहरू, किनभने पब्लिकसँग जानुपर्ने विषय भएकोले फेरि यहाँहरू पनि जुन यहाँले प्रश्न उठाउनु भएको छ यो त तपाईँको इन्डिभिजुअल भन्दा नेपाली जनताको चासोको विषयको प्रश्नहरू हो। र मैले पनि एन्फाबाट जति कुराहरू क्लियर गर्न सकेँ त्यति नै नेपाली जनतामा सही सूचना पुग्छ भन्ने हाम्रो पनि बुझाइ हो। यो हिसाबले नै मैले यहाँलाई जानकारी गराएको। अब यो टिओआरको विषयमा चाहिँ अलिकति किनभने उहाँलाई एउटा केही जिम्मेवारी जस्तो अब कोचको जस्तो राष्ट्रिय टिमको तयारी गर्ने हैन जस्तो अब अहिले हाम्रो एउटा टार्गेट के छ भन्दाखेरि स्टाफमा हामी जुन हिसाबमा अहिलेसम्म सेकेन्ड पोजिसनमा मात्रै छौँ अब स्टाफलाई कसरी जिताउन सकिन्छ अथवा जुन अहिले भनौँ न नेपालको नेसनल टिमको तयारी र कसरी त्यसलाई चाहिँ अझै सशक्त बनाउन सकिन्छ भन्ने विषयहरू नै हो तर डिटेल कुराहरू चाहिँ म फेरि कुनै समयमा यहाँहरूसँग बसेर नै गरौँला र अहिले धेरै कुराहरू चाहिँ उहाँले पनि अहिले क्लियर गर्नुहुनेछ
All about me. Okay. Firstly, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to start by saying it's a huge honour and a privilege to be appointed head coach of the Nepal national team. It's a very special role in a very special country. So I would also like to thank everybody that I've interacted with in the 4 or 5 weeks that I've been here. The hospitality and the kindness of the Nepali people has been amazing, and the passion that I've experienced from taxi drivers, people in restaurants, people on the street, the passion they have for football in this country is unbelievable. Maybe because you are all in Nepal, you don't realise what you have here. And now from working and living in multiple countries, the passion here is unbelievable. And for me, that was personified at the stadium for the women's final between Nepal and Myanmar. The atmosphere at that stadium was electrifying, and my job is to gather this energy, this passion, and to put it on the field with firstly our men's national team, yes, but to do whatever I can to help the women's team, our youth national teams, our club sides, our school sides, and really harness the power that we have in this country and to take it to new heights. So sorry, that's not really about me, but that's just my experience initially of Nepal. But I just wanted to get that out there, that we have something very special here and we have to maximise what we have. A little bit about me. I'm 47 from Australia. Been coaching now over 20 years. It's taken me through a lot of different countries, a lot of different leagues, national teams. So I've spent that time gathering tactical knowledge, technical knowledge, but more importantly, ways to connect with people, to build a team, to build a culture, and now I feel that I'm at the right point in my career that I can create a vision, build an environment here where we can succeed. And for me, succeeding, I don't think I overstate it when I say I want to win the SAF Championship this year. I want to bring the team as close as possible, and if not qualify for the Asian Cup. So there may be people that say these are unrealistic standards, but for me to say anything less is to undervalue what we have here. We have players with talent, unbelievable talent. And again, maybe because you guys, you watch the Super League, you watch A Division, B Division when it runs, and you see these guys and you think it's normal talent. And for the women as well. The individual technical talent we have here is, okay, it's international class. Some we can make world class. And yeah, again, I've gone off track speaking about me, but I find the players and the environment here we have much more interesting than what I can talk about in terms of my career. But to summarise, experienced coach, here to help not only players but coaches. I think a lot of countries you see that have had recent success. The most obvious one comes to mind is Iceland, maybe 10 years ago at the Euros. They had a long-term vision to develop coach education, and their coaches all UEFA A licence, B licence, in the schools, in the clubs, at grassroots, and you saw the fruits of that come through with a national team with a population 10% of what we have here, that create a national team that did something special. So player development, coach development, that flows through to teachers in the schools being able to coach football at lunchtime with the kids. So for me, it's much more than just a men's team national role. It's a football culture that we need to work on together. In my culture, it's like Christmas Day. I've been waiting for it for a long time, and I'm really excited to meet the players. I have some meetings later today with some of the senior national team players to get to know them, and just to be on the grass and to work with them. I've seen all the players, I've seen most of the players in the President's Cup or KP Oli or Japa, but now it's about us building connections as people first and getting to know them, their strengths and weaknesses, them getting to understand myself and my staff, how we want to work. It's very exciting because we have a tendency in football to want to copy what we see somewhere else. So I'm not Pep Guardiola, I'm not Jose Mourinho. I have to come in here, learn about our players, one-on-one, in small groups, as a team, find the ways that we can succeed, find the ways that we can create a team that will win matches. And for me, that's the excitement. I can't do it the way that I did it last year in the Emirates. I can't do it the way I did it 2 years ago in Saudi Arabia. So that's for me is the excitement of coaching. A new group of players, a new group of staff. The culture is different, the food is different, the training methodology is different that the players are used to. So for me, it's exciting to navigate my way through that, to build a team that can go to Singapore and Malaysia and produce straight away. Very exciting, huge challenge, but that's why we get into coaching, because we love the challenge.
Coach, you know all Nepalese top player left to you, Nepal. Yeah, I like you. They are surviving your country. How to develop this situation? You how to think Nepalese development.
The players in Nepal.
Yeah.
So the first point about players, I know a lot have now left for Australia. I'm working, and my staff are working on connecting those players with semi-professional and professional clubs in Australia. So the players that have left for their own reasons, perhaps to do with football here or personal reasons, I want to open the door for them to still represent their country. And we also have players playing in Europe that maybe have a dual passport situation. Also looking at that situation, that our national team will succeed when we have the best players possible on the field. So that's an aside. Now to deal with the players in Nepal. Obviously this is such a unique football culture that I'm still coming to terms with. The situation with the leagues, the Super League, the lack of A-division football, and players playing various short-term tournaments. So I empathise with the players that they have a difficult life at the moment. So for me, it's about developing a vision for the whole country. That's a long-term proposition, and then working back with shorter-term goals to develop the players. So for me, the shortest term now is tomorrow or the next day in the training camp. Speak with the players, learn about them, and be developing individuals, and then we build out from that. We're going into the clubs, speaking with the coaches, but that we have a Nepali way of playing football, that everyone's going in the same direction. I think that's, we see with, again, countries that have had success, Spain, France. It took them a long time. For France, it was 20 years to put curriculum in place, to put academies in place, to develop players on a pathway, but they succeeded. So this is where I'm at in terms of developing a country of footballers that can succeed at international level. I've seen the under-20s in the SAF tournament, I think it was last year, some phenomenal players there. And part of my remit will be to be working with them as well, that we don't lose these exciting young players that we have, that the door is open for them to join the national team, that we work closely with the youth teams, that we have everyone playing in a similar, not necessarily system, but with an identity that you can see these are Nepali players and we are all swimming in the same direction. So lots of ideas, and we need lots of discussion and lots of cooperation to make these things come to life. Yeah, for me, after the 2023 World Cup, I left women's football and then had a year in Saudi Arabia with Qadsiya, and then last year in United Arab Emirates with United FC. So that was now 2 years in men's football, and previous to being in women's football I worked in Australia in men's football. So for me, football is football. The athletes, sometimes they're male, sometimes they're female, and there's advantages and disadvantages of working in either part of the game. Like I said before, football players are people. You need to connect with people, and the gender is really of no interest to me. So for me, it's something I don't really think about as a new challenge or a different challenge. It's about analysing the people you have in the room, getting the best out of them, and okay, for males or females, there's different strategies to get the best out of them, and for me, it's a non-issue really. But I can understand, because I've worked in other Asian countries where there's a much clearer demarcation of men's football, women's football. But in Europe, the top coaches can jump across. The coach of France was Saudi Arabian men's coach, took the French national team, now he's back in men's football. So I think culturally we can also work on not seeing a boundary between men's and women's football.
You also said a long-term plan for Nepal, developing football from the school level. So, but currently you have a 1-year term.
Yes.
So, how much do you think you can help achieve it?
So from a personal point of view, the more success I can have with the team in this 1 year can buy me time to stay longer, which is what I wish to do. But I know that that's results-based and performance-based with the national team. And as coaches, we know wherever we go, we need a long-term vision, because that steers you every day when you wake up. You're looking in that long-term direction, and then you have things in the short term that you are working on too. So in the short term, I'm working on a successful team and a successful campaign in the Asian Cup qualifying and a SAF tournament. If I do that well, then the next steps will follow. And I also know you've probably heard these same things before from previous national coaches. So it's up to me then to prove that I deserve to be here long term, and work for the right to see a long-term vision through. Football philosophy is it's a very trendy term these days. So if you want me to speak about philosophy, I can speak about attacking football, proactive football, playing with a high intensity. This is what I will bring into the national team, but there also needs to be an acknowledgement that, for example, with 2 weeks preparation and to play Malaysia, and without enough time to work with the team, we have to be pragmatic. And also within a football game, we know watching Premier League, sometimes you'll see Manchester City sit back in a back 5 and defend deep, because that's what they need to do to get the result. So we need to be good at everything. We need to be able to go to Malaysia and be able to press them high when the time is right, when the conditions are right. We also need to be good to maybe defend a lead for the last 15 minutes and sit in a back 5 and be very difficult to beat. So as a basic philosophy, I want us to attack, I want us to be on the front foot, I want us to be proactive. Sometimes you can do that with the ball, sometimes it's without the ball. From what I've seen from the last 12 months of the national team, one area we need to work on is the transition. So international football, the transition, you lose the ball, you win it back, or you have the ball, you lose it. These are the critical moments in elite football. This is one area that we'll work on very heavily in the national team in this next camp. If we can make this faster, that the players are already thinking about the transition to defence when we have the ball, and the opposite when we don't have the ball, I think we can have more success. I'm sure we can have more success. Philosophically, I want to see the Nepal team control the ball for longer periods. So I see sometimes we are too soon to play a long ball, or to play a ball that's maybe not as thoughtful as it could be. So I want us to be able to control possession for longer, bring more players into the game, be able to absorb pressure while we have the ball. And again, we have the technical players that they're able to do that. When I see the attacking players and the midfield players, technically very strong, technically able to have periods where we can hold the ball for 1, 2, 3 minutes and make the opposition chase us. So this will be also something I'll be working heavily on in this next camp. Yeah.
So you have mentioned 2 names, Guardiola and Mourinho. Which you prefer? Which coach you prefer in international level?
I appreciate and love both for different reasons. Pardon?
But they are two different coaches, sir.
Yes. And this is, I mentioned before, that this is a mistake that I would say younger coaches, they fall into the trap of seeing what Guardiola does and thinking they can do it with their team. You have to also be mindful of the quality of player that he has to be able to do what he has in his head. Mourinho, for me, is he's a pragmatist. He will do what it takes to win, and if that means scoring from a corner and defending for the next 95 minutes, he'll do it. And I think I have more of that in me than the Guardiola. If I was coaching a youth team where winning or losing wasn't life or death, we can all be Guardiola. We can all play with we want beautiful football and we want things to look very pretty, which is great. For me, in this position, pragmatism will dictate a lot of the decisions I make. The quality of the players we have, the fitness level of the players, the amount of football they've played recently, the opposition we have, these things all get factored in, which for me is more Mourinho style of thinking. But both fantastic coaches, and I shouldn't be in the same sentence as either of them. And I hope that will be finalised today or tomorrow, and then we can speak further about that. But I will add that I mentioned before about coach education, that I think having Nepali coaches around the team, they have experience they can impart to me and vice versa. So I think it's important. I've always worked with local staff. I think it's immensely important with building a team, not to bring in a group of foreigners. That I've seen that work very poorly in other places where 5 or 6 foreign coaches come in and they don't interact with the team. So I don't want that here.
You said that you were following Nepal's football, men's football for a year. Last year you were in the games. So were you targeting this job for a very long time?
I have a few friends and colleagues and people that I've been in contact with in India, Nepal, and you always have agents or people in touch with you, and it's been a position that you can see by the number of coaches that applied for it. It's a highly sought after position. So as part of a coach's role, you're always looking at interesting positions. So for the last year, from the time I was in Saudi Arabia, this had been identified to me as a potential opportunity. So we always watching matches, seeing what's happening in Asia, keeping track of everything. So yeah, like I said, you see over 400 coaches put their hand up for this position. So like I said, it's a massive honour to be here now.
So as you said before, you don't need to translate that we're looking for open also.
Say again, please.
Taking the women team, our list of women team also, is that possible?
To coach the women's team as well? That'd be a question for the president and the general secretary.
If you are over, that was offer.
Might be a discussion for another day, but the women's team have immense potential. And I know from my time in Korea that we were analysing them quite heavily because players like Preeti Rai, they are superstars. I know they're superstars in Nepal, and players like her, we can build a fantastic national team around these kind of players. And we also need to be working, which that's another press conference for another day, working to get our best players playing in the top countries, be that in Europe or Asia. We can get them to top clubs for the men and the women. So I will be actively using, and already have started with my contacts around the world, to highlight the skills of our players and say, let's get them to these top clubs because they're good enough. And I know from now being here over a month, Nepali people, you are beautiful people. We can have more confidence in ourselves. We can have more self-belief. And I want to be working on that with the men's team. And our girls are the same. They can walk out on the pitch and say, we can take on anybody. And football is 95% psychological, really. If we can get the players believing in themselves, believing in each other, believing in the vision that we have for them, the opportunities are endless and the chance for success is huge.
नेपाली जनतासम्म पुग्नेछ र विशेष गरी उहाँको मैले यो सिभी पनि मैले सबै साथीहरूलाई पठाइदिएको छु किनभने उहाँको लामो अनुभव यो डेभलपमेन्ट लगायत अन्य सेक्टरमा पनि उहाँको राम्रो बुझाइ छ र यसले पक्कै पनि नेपाली फुटबललाई जुन हामीले आशा गरेको छौँ त्यो चरणसम्म पुर्याउँछ भन्ने हाम्रो विश्वास पनि छ र अन्य विषयहरूमा जस्तो एएफसी त्यो क्वालिफायर राउन्ड अन्तर्गतको चाहिँ प्रकाशजीले उठाउनु भएको त्यही मलेसिया बीच र नेपाल बीचको खेलको विषयमा नै जस्तो लाग्यो र म आफै पनि यो कुराहरू क्लियर गर्न खोजिरहेको थिएँ जुन अहिले मिडिया सामाजिक सञ्जालहरूमा बढी चर्चामा आइरहेको छ। वास्तवमा के हो भन्दाखेरि एएफसीको म्याच होस् चाहे फिफाको होस् चाहे साफ चाहे अन्य म्याचहरूमा के भने त्यसको आफ्नै एउटा स्ट्यान्डर्डहरू छ, चाहे पिचको होस् चाहे सेफ्टी सर्टिफिकेसनको विषयमा होस् चाहे ट्रेनिङ ग्राउन्डको विषयमा, यो सबैको आफ्नो मापदण्ड अन्तर्गत चाहिँ हामीले यो जुन एएफसीबाट चाहिँ जनवरीमा जुन हाम्रो निरीक्षण टिम मैदानहरूको निरीक्षणको लागि चाहिँ टिम आउनुभएको थियो त्यो उहाँहरूले चाहिँ त्यसमध्येमा धेरै प्रश्नहरू मध्येमा हामीले अन्य विषयहरू त क्लियर गर्न सक्थ्यौँ, चाहे पिचको होस् चाहे अन्य विषयहरूमा होस्, दुईटा विषयमा चाहिँ हामीलाई केही कुराहरू क्लियर गर्न हामीले आफैले पनि सक्ने अवस्था थिएन। खास एउटा के हो भन्दाखेरि जस्तै दशरथ रङ्गशालाको स्वामित्व भनेको चाहिँ एन्फासँग नभएर नेपाल सरकार अन्तर्गत राष्ट्रिय खेलकुद परिषदसँग छ र अब हिजोको हाम्रो बुझाइ के थियो भने सेफ्टी सर्टिफिकेट उहाँहरूले एउटा खोज्नु भएको थियो। सेफ्टी भन्नाले खालि त्यो पब्लिकको सेफ्टीसँग भन्दा पनि त्यो ग्राउन्डको स्ट्रक्चर वाइज चाहिँ के छ त इन्जिनियरिङ हिसाबले त्यसको एउटा सर्टिफिकेटहरू पछिल्लो समयमा चाहिँ एएफसीले यसलाई सिरियसली रूपमा लिइरहेको छ र हामीले यो कुराहरू चाहिँ राष्ट्रिय खेलकुद परिषदलाई पनि रिक्वेस्ट गऱ्यौँ यो समयमा यो कागज आइदियोस् भन्दाखेरि उहाँले चाहिँ कन्सल्टेन्सीलाई दिनुभएको रहेछ र कन्सल्टेन्सी मार्फत चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ असारसम्ममा मात्रै उपलब्ध हुने भन्ने हामीले जानकारी पायौँ र अब त्यो म्याचसँग चाहिँ सम्भव नहुने भइसकेपछि अब के गर्ने त भन्ने एउटा विषय आयो र दोस्रो विषय भनेको हामीले ट्रेनिङ भेन्यू भनेको हामीले जस्तो हाम्रो यहाँ सबैले यहाँले बुझ्नै भएको छ अब हामीसँग कि त एउटा एन्फाको हो हैन एउटा च्यासल हो कि त अब आर्मी पुलिसहरूको ग्राउन्ड नै हामीले रिक्वेस्ट गर्नुपर्ने हो। त्यो समयमा आर्मीको ग्राउन्डलाई हामीले रिक्वेस्ट गरेको थियौँ र फेरि यो पनि एउटा के भयो भन्दाखेरि उहाँहरूको पनि आफ्नो कार्यक्रमहरू उहाँहरूको आफ्नै एक्टिभिटिजहरू भइरहने हिसाबले पनि त्यसले पनि हामीलाई चाहिँ जुन हिसाबले प्राप्त गर्नुपर्ने हो त्यो हिसाबले पनि भएन र उहाँहरूले पनि एउटा रिजर्भेसन के देखाउनु भयो भने अब यही कन्डिसनमा हो भने चाहिँ तुरुन्त तपाईँहरूको म्याच चाहिँ हुन सक्ने अवस्था छैन भन्ने जस्तो हिसाबले उहाँहरूले हामीले जुन जानकारी गराइसकेपछि अब हामीसँग दुईटा उपाय थियो। त्यसमा के गर्ने त भन्दाखेरि हामीले यसलाई चाहिँ म्याच सिफ्ट भनौँ अथवा एउटा सिफ्ट के भन्न उपयुक्त शब्द हुन्छ, यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले के गर्यौँ भने मलेसियाको जुन डेटमा हाम्रो डेटमा जुन म्याच थियो हाम्रो होम म्याच थियो त्यसलाई चाहिँ अहिले मलेसियाको नोभेम्बर 18 मा हुने म्याचलाई चाहिँ मलेसियाको होमको रूपमा चाहिँ अहिले हामी खेल्ने र चाहिँ नोभेम्बर 18 को म्याच चाहिँ फेरि नेपालको होमको रूपमा चाहिँ हामी यहाँ खेल्छौँ भनेर त्यो डेटलाई चाहिँ परिवर्तन भनेको उसको डेटमा उसको होमको रूपमा उहाँहरूले खेल्ने र हाम्रो होमको रूपमा चाहिँ पछिल्लो डेटमा खेल्ने भन्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ दुईटा फुटबल अर्गनाइजेसन बिचमा चाहिँ समझदारी गरेर त्यो पत्रचार गरिसकेपछि त्यसलाई चाहिँ एएफसीले स्वीकार गरेको छ र फेरि एएफसीको निरीक्षण टोलीहरू आउँदाखेरि हामीसँग यो पर्याप्त जुन जुन समस्या चाहिँ यो कागज आइसक्ने छ र फेरि हाम्रो म्याच चाहिँ यहीँ हुनेछ भन्ने कुरा पनि यहाँ मार्फत म जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु। के भयो अब त्यो सकेपछि त जति सोद्धा पनि भयो।